Today was brutal. Let's just dive right into it. Let's just see what happened. All right. I always will show the pre-market runners that I trade first thing because I know some of you don't trade large caps. So I save those till obviously I trade those later, anyways, after the market opens. But I did trade 4 pre-market. I lost on 2 and made money on 2. And out of those 4, I did come out with $55.72 after all 4 of them were done. 2 of the losers I did not trade well at all, obviously. And then the 2 that I won on, I actually followed rules, followed levels. And I know there's a lot of people that don't go to a daily chart and mark their levels. They're just working off pullbacks and level 2. I can't read level 2. This is very difficult to read on Thinkorswim, and I've just never got the hang of it. So I rely on levels. That's what really helps me. And I rely on this Day Trading for Success. He's on YouTube and he has this scalping indicator, and I live by this, especially on large caps. It really helps me. I pretty much stare at this and I'm trading, and my hand or my mouse is on the buy or sell buttons up here, and I'm literally selling and buying just almost off looking at this. So VSA was the first one, very early in the morning. I should have done better at this. I had 1,000 shares, but I'm going to show you what I saw. I went to the daily chart and marked levels. So there was a strong level here right around 86 cents, and then another one at $1.11. Unfortunately, that's a huge run up, a big gap there between those 2 levels for a dollar stock, or at the time it was below $1. So that had me hesitant. So I got in here, my first one, I did 1,000 shares just because of the price point. So I got in at 88 and got out at 91. It was just a couple pennies here. And I literally tried to catch it past as it got past this level. And then it did this wick and I got out and it pulled back. Now, what I should have realized, I don't know why I didn't just get back in. It rested on this level. It was perfect. And it rested on VWAP. I just don't know why I didn't get back in. I think I went and got a cup of coffee here and came back and saw this candle and realized my mistake. So I got in for another 1,000 shares at $1.15 here, and I pretty much caught the whole candle. And then I just got out. We had passed this level quite a bit, and I didn't know. I didn't think it would go right immediately up to the next level, and it didn't. It pulls back. You'll notice it sits on this next level. It pulls down a little from it, but it's still, those candles are touching that level. And so it comes down, rests on this level, and goes up. I should have gotten back in here too. I think I'd moved on to this next one that we'll go to. But $59.23, I was pretty happy with that. Okay, kids. Kids was a bear for me to trade. This was horrible. All right, this was just, look at this chart going straight down. I mean, it was a horrible stock to trade. I think there was probably, I'm sure people out there made money. They're just better than me. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. So I came over here. I missed this first candle, and I went ahead and marked levels when this first candle was forming. And there's a level here at 306, $3.06. And then the next level is 376. Well, that's just too far. It's 70 cents. So that had me worried. And then we see this wick come down. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but I got in here. 100 shares. It's just 100. So obviously, whenever these smaller price stocks, I'm trading like 50 or 100 shares, I already know in my head I'm gambling. Like, I just know it. That's why I take such low share size. So I don't even know why I bothered. Anyways, I see this as not going below VWAP, and buyers were pretty strong right here. So I got in, and then it comes down, I get out. And again, I just kept playing that ping pong game from I saw it was holding VWAP, but I kept getting out, which means I kept slowly taking losses, and then I'd get back in. But this level, it was like VWAP and this level were so strong and just sandwiching it in. Well, I knew it's either going to dump down with all this pressure here, or it's going to go up to this next level. So the idiot that I am, instead of just waiting and let it go and get in then and basically chase it is what I should have done. I just kept trying to get in to get through that level. So dumb. I do that every now and then, and it's dumb. So lost 27.10. LRCH or LRHC was the next one, and I'm sure a lot of you traded this. Let's see, I did okay on this. I only took a couple trades, so actually that was fine. And only 500 shares. I should have traded higher than this, obviously. And then right here, right behind here, I made a note. It says struggling. The only reason why I got out here, and I shouldn't have, but I did mark levels, and I did trade off those levels, and I did wait, for VWAP. Things came up over VWAP. That was good. And then I got out right here on this wick. I got out. So this line and VWAP still held those candles. They never closed below it. So I got back in here. And then right here, I wrote the word struggling in text note. Right here, I mean, it felt like it was forever watching paint dry going up and down, up and down. I knew it was struggling there. So I just got out to be safe. Well, then it goes up. But again, it never reached this level and it just failed the rest of the day. So 29.80. Let's go to Bird. Bird, I did not trade well. I lost $6.21. Now, these losses that I'm saying, thank goodness, are low. And on these pre-market runners, I still made money. I marked out levels. The levels, anyways, I marked out levels. I just traded this poorly. Again, right here, I'm anticipating the break of this. It doesn't. I just didn't trade it well the whole time I was in it. I never really got ahead. Otherwise, I would have stopped. So, and even right here, I shouldn't have traded the break of this level. I should have let it come up, pull back. Look, it did. It pulled back. It rested on this level, and I should have just waited until here. Well, I didn't. I waited till here to get in. It's just dumb. The whole thing was dumb. I did not trade that well. All right, NVIDIA. Now we get on to the market open, and I'm going to trade larger cap stocks. NVIDIA, I only did $13. I normally do well on NVIDIA most of the time. I did terrible. And I was trading 50 shares, which is really low for me on NVIDIA. So in the beginning here, I actually made $6 right there, pre-market. And I don't know what happened here. This is just typical movement, first thing right here. And I don't know what happened. I tried to go long here. And I can't even explain it. And this level right here was so strong. It was hard to get past that. So, and each candle was they were short candles and not a lot of money. And it wasn't moving fast in any way. So anyways, that was bad. Let's go to CoreWeave. CoreWeave, I did $9. Not a big deal. I mean, not a lot. I didn't really overtrade this. When I get better with this share size, I should be making more than this. But every day is green, so I'm happy. So I'm not going to change my share size right now. This 100, right in that 100, 200 share range is good for me. My hands don't sweat. My heart doesn't race. I just am not making a lot of money. So my skill, my entries and exits have to get better. So here I am. All I'm doing is just scalping. That's it. And I just didn't do well. But there was news on this. So I don't normally trade pre-market the large caps, but I did because there was news. And on CoreWeave, I actually made a little bit in this area, like $5, $7. And towards the end, I just ended up with 9 and said, forget it. And then Tesla beat me up. Tesla, I was down. Every trade was down. I'd make like a couple bucks and then I'd just be down. But pretty much everything I wrote down in my journal was just negative, negative, negative. All these scalps negative. It just beat me up. I mean, thank God most of it was 25 to 50 shares, so I've learned. But I came back at power hour and I really focused, which you guys know, a lot of times in the mornings I'm down and then I come back at power hour and I just pull my head out of my ass. I tell you, because I don't want to be red. I do not want to have to, first of all, I don't want to have to admit a red video on YouTube. It's just something about me competitively that I need to make this right because I don't want it to affect me where the next day I go, oh, damn, I was down yesterday. Oh no. Then you get in that kind of depressing state and it can spiral down. So I came back and I fought hard. I clawed my way back to $11. So then let's go to Google. All right, Google, where are you? Okay, Google was $152. This rocked. Google had news, didn't they? Yeah, they had news actually all morning. There was actually a couple things that came out. So I traded first thing at the open right here. And I was only up like $4 right here. And then I came back in the afternoon because some news really hit and no one had seen it. I could tell. I'm hearing because of Benzinga, I'm hearing the news early, I realize, and I need to sit and wait. And it takes about, I'm noticing about 5 minutes or so, because I think the news first came out about 11:30. So I had to wait a little bit. And when it hit, when people started catching on, it hit and went straight up. Now I was worried. So it was scalping in and out, just scalping, scalping, scalping all the way up. Because I never knew if we were going to get a big dumping candle like right here, you see over here, once it stopped, it started coming down. So I don't take chances, scalp in and out, $152.88. AMD was pretty good, $71.28. And it was only a few trades, so that's good. I'm getting a little better at that. And I really just waited until about here to get in, and it was just scalping. I see this candle, I get out, it comes down, and I'm really watching these volume bars right here. So I had seen sellers really increasing here, buyers were decreasing, and the volume was actually coming down. And then again, I scalped in here and out a little bit, and then my final out was right here when I saw this doji. So 71.28. That's it. End of the day, $314.22. Not bad. Um, Lesson learned today, not much. I need to mark levels for sure. Those pre-markets, I have to start getting better at trading those levels, or I'm going to have to learn level 2. It's one or the other. All right, guys, let me know how you did. I'd really love to know. I do like hearing it. I don't want to think I'm the only one out there struggling with some of these. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.